Never do.
I did a little bit on the last one.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
You used to think then, didn't you?
We're recording.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Well, get your bunda involved.
I'm shy.
I'm shy.
Don't want the Manosphere boys to fucking abuse me. Okay. Oh, man. Ugh. So,
How are we?
I was going to ask you the same thing.
Doing very well. Are we ready to debunk?
We are ready to debunk, but how are we fucking doing? How have you been?
Yeah, good, man. Yeah, really good.
It feels weird, the different setup.
It is such a different setup.
I'm looking at you and looking at this wall, but instead of looking at the washing machine in that.
A washing machine.
But yeah, welcome back to another episode of the Trouble Boys Club.
Yeah, I'm Ryan.
I'm Jay.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah, I suppose in this episode we are going to be speaking about the very topical, on-trend Manosphere shit. And not debunking it, but...
Yeah, debunk's the wrong word.
It's something that we're very passionate about anyway, innit?
Yeah.
We're in our fucking female R&B bag. Super feminine AF. And, you know, like, pushing prams down the road and just not us. Like, do you know what I mean? We don't give a shit if someone called us gay, and, like, we're just who we are. So, watching that doc and the uproar on social, we just thought it'd be good to speak about it, didn't we?
Yeah, like I say, very topical. And, like, a lot of their views, if you sort of, like, put them together on, like, a prison lineup, like, they're all pretty carbon copies of one another, just passed down the little fucking pyramid.
Yeah, it's grim.
Speaking of pyramids, I'm not joking. That was last week, so we can't talk about conspiracies in
True.
this, although a lot of them do. A lot of them.
Yeah, we might actually touch on conspiracy theories.
Right, okay.
I listened to a pod on the way home from work, and they was saying about 9/11 being a conspiracy theory. But let's save that for another day.
Damn it, let's calm down.
Before we get into it, obviously, I asked you how you was. I know you didn't ask me how I was, but yeah, my foot's fucked, innit?
Your foot is fucked.
Absolutely clapped out of its head. So, marathon training, and you know, anyone who's donated or shared, whatever, engaged, big thank you. Yeah, I did my first half marathon on the weekend, didn't I?
You did, and you said you felt good, like, throughout.
So good. Like, I did it uncompetitively. Did it for leisure. Is that what you'd say?
Leisure, yeah.
For leisure.
Bye for leisure.
So yeah, just got up dinner Saturday morning, 8 bells, put on my fucking sneakers, and I was off. Did it in 2 hours 20, I think, which I'm not going for like a high score or a PB. I just want to do it and get the medal at the end, which I'm buzzing for.
Oh mate, I can't wait to meet you at that finish line. I might get a pint of jubble for you there for when you go over the line and just like pass it you.
Pour it on my head.
And just be like oh, one's pour on your head, one's pour up your ass, and then one's pour down your skullet.
But yeah, about the foot being fucked out of his head. Obviously, I did the half, and I felt absolutely sound after it. And then the next day, when we was on daddy duties on Mother's Day, ironically, my foot was just fucked, and I don't know what it is. We did some AI doctor searching, didn't we?
And then my dad told you pretty much what it was.
Well, yeah, he said about using the tennis ball on that, didn't he?
Mm-hmm,
Rolling my foot, but yeah, it's up and down. So it says like 3 to 5 days, doesn't it? And yeah, anyway, like today it's been well bad, but that's because me and Bunda went on a fucking mooch on dinner, and I was limping like fuck. And he was like, "You all right?" And I was like, "Probably shouldn't have gone on a walk."
You definitely should not have gone on a walk.
No. So I'm in the office again tomorrow, and then Friday I'm just gonna chill, and I think I'm gonna chill on Saturday as well.
Yeah, I won't do anything.
I'll go gym and that, but I'm not gonna do any cardio.
Yeah. Rest is your best friend at the moment.
Yeah.
So close to it as well. Like, you'd rather be off fitness-wise than off injury-wise. Do you know what I mean? If you could pick one, I bet you'd rather be a bit unfit than unable to walk, let alone run.
No, definitely. I've got a month, though, until the main event.
I know, but that's going to come round fucking quick, isn't it?
No, I know. But yeah, it felt good, though. Did the half marathon. I wouldn't say with ease, but I wouldn't say I was like struggling either and needed to stop. So I'm confident I can blitz the full marathon.
Yeah,
which I'm excited about.
I've got full faith, mate. I can't wait to watch you do it.
I wanted to so much to speak about and catch up on from our last episode.
Oh yeah, it went really well. To be fair, thank you very much for everyone who tuned into that.
So obviously I think we put it out a week ago, didn't we? But I think we recorded it like 3 weeks ago, didn't we?
Maybe. Been slacking, aren't you?
Yeah. So yeah. Do we mention the date? No. You're like, yes.
Yeah. Well, our resident Rizmeister found himself on a little bit of a fucking date Rooney.
God, and so cringe.
It turned out to be to not go very well, did it, pal? Well, he thought it went well. Turns out it didn't, and then she did her best impression of Casper the fucking insert fucking God. Ghost emoji here.
Like, I don't want to speak about this too much.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to take away from the ep.
Yeah.
This is just a cheeky little intro. I'm going to catch up with the bros. Just want to bar with the brats.
Bar with the brats. Why did I do that?
Yeah, obviously met some fucking chick through Insta. Absolutely rizzed her head off.
Splendiferous picture.
And then chatted for a bit and went on a date, which is it only last week? No, not weekend gone, weekend before. So like
2 Saturdays
a week and a half. Yeah, a week and a half ago. Date like I said, it's so mental. Like I said, I'm not going to go into it. Maybe we should set up a Patreon and I can do a Patreon episode on it.
Maybe. Have to tell us if you'd like to hear that, because it is ridiculously funny.
It is crazy, but like in a nutshell, I thought the date went mint. Your boy planned it, did everything, like took initiative, took lead, went to loads of sick places, and she was fucking all over me.
Like, DTF.
Like couldn't have got enough. Like did the first move, all that jazz, and then asked me to come and meet a brother and all that, which bit
weird.
Yeah. But you go with the flow because you're having a good time, or at least you thought you was. And then took me back to a gaff. Do you know what I mean? But as you know, and I probably spoke about it on the pod, man's fucking chode does not work. It's had several jabels, so I'll just hands up, be like, look, it ain't gonna work, but I'll fucking smash red off in the morning when I wake up.
What a deal that is.
Done that before. I've said it before as well. And
did it work?
It has done in the past, but anyway, this particular occasion was different because woke up in the morning, lay next to me, Chibolski's out, and I'm like, yo.
Hello.
But yeah, basically, cut a long story short, I had to go because I had my daughter, so I had to get a fucking Bolton as well, fucking of all places.
Bolton?
Fucking smelly Uber from Bolton back to home, back to the homeland. The promised land. Got a coffee, walked Chilster, and then went and picked up Billy Bob's. And then, absolutely just mental. Not to mention as well that she thought she was an influencer, didn't she? Like,
yeah.
Which she obviously weren't, but she thought she was. And it's sad, really, because people like that, like, I know that, pardon me, I know that we're influencers, and
we are to you lot, all our gay Indian friends.
Oh God, they're insane.
We honestly, it's all love.
Yeah, but yeah, so we're obviously we'd never class ourselves as like influencers or anything like that. That's mental. But like,
we're just the boys.
We're just boys, and like we just do silly posts like get your cheeks out and that.
But who says they were mine?
True. We don't know whose cheeks he was. Whose cheeks got clapped. And then, but yeah, anyway, she thought she was obviously big time and da. And then, next day, didn't speak. And then she put a review post on about me, didn't she? And being like, I'm not over my ex, and which is fine. Like, I get
cool.
it. Like,
cool.
There's days when I feel like I'm not over my ex, and
then he realizes what an idiot he's being.
No, but
got that.
No, it's fine. I'll leave it in. But it's. I feel like it's a different gravy when, like, it's your child's mum and shit like that, and you go back and forth. But anyway, So I get it. Do you know what I mean? I appreciate it. That's fine. But I just think, what a low human being to like not even just tell someone and to put an Instagram post about it, like wild.
And like, oh yeah, that'll do it. I don't have to text him now.
But like, and then to be acting like to be someone that's advocating for like mental health and
authenticity.
Yeah, it screamed just like toxic, snaky, attention seeking, and that segues nicely onto this episode because that's what this episode is about. It's about the manosphere and not putting people down, and being your true authentic self and not like putting shit out for clicks. And do you know what I mean? And that's a nice little segue.
It is a nice little segue because people of that sort of like caliber or whatever will think they are that type of caliber.
Yeah.
Their distortion between reality and the online world, they have it crosses swords, man. Honestly, like I don't think people in that sphere distinguish what is real and what is like clickbaity or click farmy or whatever the fact. And the people who suffer the most are people who look up to these people and think that they're role models and stuff. And granted, there are some positive things that they do say and they do preach, which we'll get into later, like the sort of like positive aspects of the manosphere. I think there are some, but this whole like when Louis is asking him, Louis Theroux, sorry.
Louis Theroux.
Is it Theroux?
No, it's Theroux, but that's what that Matty says, doesn't he? Yeah. Louis Theroux. When people think he's on pedo cam, because he's not a pedo. This is Louis Theroux.
This is Louis Thyroid, mate.
Yeah, and he goes, "Thank you for that."
Thank you for that.
He's so sick, Louis Theroux, man.
He is. He's golden. But yeah, he was asking him if he was like anti-Semitic and stuff like that. So there was a clip of him saying "fuck the you know who's." That fucking rhymed. And he was like, "Are you like anti-Semitic and stuff?" And he was like, "Nah, I was just fucking clip farming, mate. Like I knew it would be, I knew it'd get views, and that's what I did, and I made money out of it." So it's like, so you don't actually mean that, but you could have young men or women, if you watch TikTok or whatever, go around and scream "F the you know who's," and think it's an okay thing to do.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, so it is all sort of like excuse for it. It's like they shouldn't be watching me. It's like, well, they are though. Like they just are gonna watch.
Because he says that, doesn't he, about the kids? He goes like, "Why are people letting 13-year-olds watch me and all this and that?" But it's like, if someone's got a fault, you can't monitor what someone's watching 24/7, especially at 13.
No,
they're in fucking high school and that. But yeah, it's crazy. Like, I think it come out like a week ago or so, didn't it? And then I think I watched it on the weekend, and then I messaged you and I was like, "You need to watch this." And how many times have you watched it?
3
in 2 days or something like
that. Yeah, I've watched it 3 times. Yeah, in 2 days. Yeah,
that's wild.
All because we was messaging, oh, we need to speak about it like straight away. So I was like inundating myself with information, opinions, and views and stuff like that. So the first thing I think we should talk about, if it's okay with you, is sort of like their definition of like masculinity.
Yeah, definitely.
So what
it's different to ours anyway.
It's very different, and I'm not saying theirs is wrong and ours is right or anything like that. I'm just speaking about what I think their view is sort of like suggesting. And I think a lot of it is like superiority, and then like the women are viewed as like less or oppressed or whatever. And it goes back to what we were saying about the feminism episode, about the superiority complex that women are better than men. And it's like, well, this is the complete on the other end of the scale, but like preaching the same message just from a different gender.
Yeah.
So I think if your version of masculinity, your version of strength and prowess and all that has to degrade the other gender, then it's just not that strong to begin with. Is if you have to make someone less in order for you to appear strong, you are not strong.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And even when he's interviewing that Myron, and he was like, "Can we say hello to your girlfriend?" Like Louis Theroux was the most masculine dude throughout that whole documentary. He was calm, collected. He weren't triggered. He weren't rattled. He was calm. He was respectful to every person that he met. So it's sort of like strangely ironic, isn't it, that in that world of fucking alphas, Louis Theroux is the man in that. He fucking was. I'm just gonna say it. And I've lost my point now. Fuck. It's going down a rabbit hole. and he meets that Myron's girlfriend.
When it didn't like they text her or something and say like stop speaking to him.
No, that wasn't his partner. That was just someone who works for him or works with him. Angie, the one in like the pink, he was like, yeah, she'll be out in a minute, and keep it short for her, insinuating that she's like dumb. And then he was like, yeah, will you go and clean up the studio for us then? But you can see it when he says it that he doesn't actually mean that.
Rage baiting a bit.
He's rage baiting, and he's playing the character that his audience think that that's him as a real person.
Yeah.
It's a new term I've learned called kayfabe, which is a wrestling term for sort of like staying in character. So if you met The Undertaker and he was all Undertaken up, and he carried on being The Undertaker for you,
he don't go home, does he, be The Undertaker?
He don't go home to his missus lot.
Because I have always thought that though with that HS Tiki-Toki when like you see clips of him online, and yeah, like he is pretty violent at the way he speaks to people and that, but like there is the odd clip where like he's pretty funny, do you know what I mean? Like, and it'll make you laugh or whatever. But I do sometimes think like surely he's not like that all the time. Do you know? Because you even think about, remember like Joey Essex and stuff like that. I know that's totally different to this, but you think like it's a bit of a character. Do you know what I mean? That they play up to.
Yeah.
Because surely they're not like that all the time. Because that Harrison HS Tiki-Toki, he grew up without a dad, and his mum worked really hard and put him through private school and everything.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like
he had a great role model there, didn't he?
Exactly. So it's like, how do you now disrespect women so much? And I don't know whether this is playing the character again, but he calls his mum mummy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know if he said it at the end when she goes on about the juice bar or something, and he calls her mummy. But he does that on social as well, and I don't know whether that's...
Is that a respect thing?
I don't know whether it's a respect thing or whether, again, he's doing he's taking the piss.
So that people will clip it and go, HS calls his mum mummy.
Yeah, like I don't know. Or whether it's because he went private schools, and I don't know.
But straight away, when Louis came to his house and stuff like that he was streaming straight away, and it's like content wars, and it's like you're never going to be the person who Louis Theroux wants to actually talk to because you're filming, you're thinking he's doing a hit piece and all that. And I don't think he was doing a hit piece or whatever you want to call it. I think he was just trying to wrap his head around these individuals who portray this sort of like lifestyle and approach to life, and just get to know them a bit and understand it. But everyone, as soon as he went into that Myron's office, he started filming and stuff just to make sure that. Well, I know it's like sort of like insurance, which is fair enough. But like, I think what sort of like came across was like he was just going to maintain being that character throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
And like when he's asking him about the profiting off stuff that he disagrees with, i.e. the OnlyFans stuff, he was like, yeah, I bought an agency that do it and I make money off it. And it's like, well, you just told me that if your daughter did it, you'd be disgusted.
Yeah, disown her.
And you disown her. And he's like, can you not see the like sort of hypocrisy behind it?
He says the thing about putting donuts in a gym or something, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And he's like, you just wouldn't do it because it doesn't bode well with the message, kind of.
Yeah. And then he was like, but down in the donut shop. And it's like, well, you're not really understanding what I'm saying then, are you?
No, because what he is, like, there's different ways of looking at it in there. And if you look at it from a black and white perspective, he's actually really smart. Like,
yeah.
In the sense of, like, he's took all emotion out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's making a shitload of money.
Yeah.
But in the same breath, it's like, anyone could do that. Like, we could start being mad controversial, saying outrageous stuff, doing stupid clips, bullying people, getting on, like, I don't know, what is it they use? Telegram?
Yeah.
Getting on that, like, doing nasty videos and, getting people to clip it. Like, I'm not saying it'd be easy to do that, but like he said, that shit sells.
It does.
It's a lot easier to do that than to do what we're doing, where we're trying to, like, because people will see our shit and where it's, like, positive and nice, and they'll just be like, boring.
Yeah.
But then they'll see him fucking slap someone
slapping a potential predator or something.
Yeah, and then like fucking battering someone on the floor, and then people are going to shout, "Oh shit, have you seen this?
Yeah.
Seen this? Seen this?" Do you know what I mean? And like the way he speaks to girls, and yeah, it's mad, isn't it? I could never do it. I feel bad, like at the slightest fucking thing, and I won't sleep at night. Like I said to you before, like I've been in my head nearly all day today because I snapped a little bit at my daughter this morning because she's been a bit hard work. That's how much of a fucking pansy I am. Like,
Yeah.
So I could never go about my day and just like rip people off, con people. So even like people that scam and do fake tickets for concerts and like people sell them and
Yeah.
fake. And then like, how do you go about your life, when you rip someone off?
Yeah.
It's fucking vile. Yeah. Because that's apparently all they do. Like they sign people up to these like companies, like fitness programs
and the trading and shit.
Trading and pretend that they're going to make them a shitload of money, but they just take the money and rip them off. And then apparently with the OnlyFans girls as well, he promotes them on his page and then takes like a fat cut.
Yeah, he does.
Like 60% or something.
Wow, that's mad.
Something like that. So if they're making 30 grand a month, he's taking like 15 grand. So that's what it means when he says he owns
the agent, an agency. Yeah.
But like he said, he doesn't agree with it. He'd disown his daughter if she did OnlyFans. And he said he'd disown his son if he was gay.
Yeah. And then he did the whole, I've got a gay mate. Yeah. You know, like the classic, like, you're racist, like, I've got a black mate. Yeah. And I laughed my head off when he did it. But yeah, and then he was like, but you'd say you disown your son if he was gay. And he went, that's not homophobic. And I had to pause to tell him, just be like, is that really, like you just said, he's a smart dude, and he fucking fully is. I can respect that. But like, saying you disown your son purely for the fact that he's gay is probably the definition of homophobia, right?
Yeah, I think he's smart in a different way though. I think he's smart in like, do you know, like a drug dealer's smart?
Yeah, street smart.
Yeah. Like, I think he's smart in that sense. Like he knows how to make money. He knows how to like his connections, his social media. He knows all that shit. But like you said, real world, I don't think he's probably that smart in terms of, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, saying dumb shit like that.
Yeah, because
he probably thinks
like, I don't
have to really give a shit. Do you know, like, I don't know, like on a builder's yard or whatever. Like, probably not going to have the same mentality as someone that works in a fucking office full of like, I don't know, multi-mixed people where you've got to watch what you say.
Yeah.
Because on a builder's yard, they probably fucking say anything and everything and wolf whistle at girls and, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's probably like his world to our world. He probably don't give a shit. And the more controversial and fucking outrageous he is, the more, like I said, clicks and shit they're going to get and attention.
Yeah, it's like that. I think he spoke about that, or one of them did, about the attention economy.
Yeah,
and it's like, I'm not saying it's a problem, but it is part of the problem why a lot of like negative things get more attention than someone doing something nice or positive or uplifting or whatever. And like you said, it is well harder to actually be real, be, you know, your actual like self, what you'd actually do and say and act in front of a camera, in front of an audience and all that stuff. And it is the hard way, but I think, would you rather come up the hard way than sort of like portray a character that you are? And then looking at all of them when they were in documentary, none of them looked happy. None of them looked like they were sort of like fully fulfilled with their lives and their message and their like fans, or their, you know, what they were doing for their followers or something like that. Or like that Tiki-Toki dude. He was like, what you do? I think he asked him like, you know, what's the plan now? And he was like, yeah, just be happy and you know, make money. And it's like, throughout all this, I've not seen one bit where you're like, you know what, that lad's genuinely happy. You know, it's all about content. It's all about like how we're gonna get views, how we're gonna that. It's like a hamster wheel.
It's like you're not living in the real world.
Yes,
it's like you're living in a fucking metaverse or something.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the point I was trying to get to, mate. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
It goes back to what I said before we started talking about that girl who fucks with an influencer.
Yeah,
and it's like, in her head, she's seen that as a normal thing to do, to like see it as content.
Yeah, to a human being.
It's like
it's dangerous.
That's not content. That's I don't know, a bit of a deep thing like that you speak, and that again boils down to being a nice person.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't do that because I feel like a prick.
Yeah,
you know that every person I've dated or whatever, I've always sent like a big fucking
paragraph
message being like, I'm really sorry, but
I'm not ready,
or blah 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 blah. Because I could never go somewhere anyway. I don't agree with it. I know some people do it, and that's fine. Like, but yeah, I think it boils down to what type of person you are, really.
It does. I think another thing I wanted to speak about was that Justin Waller fella.
Is he the one-sided monogamy dude?
The one-sided monogamy dude. But like, as it goes, like I thought he was dead respectful towards like Louis, the camera crew, and all that, and the lads that he met in the coffee shop. he was like, I say two things to my fans. Like, first one is I love you. Second one is like keep doing what you're doing and all that stuff. And I thought he portrayed himself pretty well.
Yeah.
Which yeah, I think I'd agree with. But then when we're there, when we get to see his family, and he's talking.
Didn't he have 2 kids and his missus was pregnant as well?
That's right, yeah. And they were explaining that one-sided monogamy thing, and like Louis Theroux's asking her how she feels about it and stuff, and she's going. I wanted to explore it sort of like as a together, like and it was like in bedroom scenarios, and she was like, yeah, but like it's not for me or whatever. And then my guy starts getting like aggressive. So he was like, if I'm out with a girl and it doesn't happen on the first, it will happen on the second. You know what I mean? And Lou Frew was like, so aggressive. And it's like, you are, but it's like, that's your wife or long-term partner, mother of your children, stood right next to you.
Did you see at the end of the documentary it said that they're not together anymore?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm sure it popped up on the writing saying that.
I know that Myron and his missus split up. I didn't know.
It might be them then.
It's them too, yeah. And then, you know, that one-sided monogamy stuff. And I don't think sort of like, especially in front of your long-term partner, preaching about having multiple dates and all that shit. And if I don't shag them on the first, shag them on the second. I don't think that's very masculine at all.
No, I don't.
To sort of like, as in, to that's the mother of your children stood right next to you, and you're sort of advocating that you can shag other women and all that stuff. And it's like completely cool for you, but you don't entertain other men. And then I think he tried to rationalize it by going, when women fall in love, they don't want to have sex with other men. Yeah. It's like, well, why do men want to have sex with other women when they're in love? So, because to me that means you're not in love.
We know someone like that, don't we?
Oh yeah.
Top shagger, mate. What's it called? The Saddleworth Ripper.
The Saddleworth Strangler. It's coming to get you. Oh, he'll love that. Oh, she'll love that.
But no, but like you said though, it is like, for me personally, I think the whole thing bullshit, to be honest.
Oh yeah, call it like it is, Jay.
No, I think it's just his money. He's got how much was he worth? 20 mil.
30.
So he's basically saying like he's a family guy or whatever, or did he have his family before he made all his money? I don't know, but I think he basically wants to go out and shag like fit birds or whatever, because he's got the money, but then he wants to come home to a family.
Yeah.
But the hilarious thing is, it's one-sided, so she's not allowed.
Mm-hmm. Which
shows to me that he's money motivated from his end, because he'd see it as like he's being mugged off if she was going out getting fucking railed by other men. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So he's like, you're not allowed to fuck anyone. If you do, it's cheating. But then, because with her, she doesn't work and she lives in a fucking fat mansion. So for her, it's convenient. She's like, okay.
Yeah, cool.
That's the trade-off. He gets to fucking dip his dick in other pussies and that. Probably shouldn't have spoke like that. Very vile on the thing we're covering. Sorry, he gets to sleep around, and she doesn't. But he's wedged. She lives in his mansion, and she doesn't have to work, and she could just chill with the kids. And didn't he say that he'd done something with the prenup, so like to protect his assets or whatever?
Probably, and I think that's pretty smart on his part.
Yeah.
But
well, yeah, because that shows all that nothing's genuine.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
No.
Because he knows that there's a chance she might fucking say one day, like, I've had enough of this.
I think I said that to you when we were speaking about it initially. Like that scenario, take his money out of it and put them in a 30-40k a year earning household. Is she gonna say to the world? I don't know how they'd get filmed on a 40k salary or whatever, but imagine they did, hypothetically. And they come in and was like, are you happy? Are you happy with this lifestyle? You got a fucking 2 up, 2 down in fucking Chadderton. and he gets to go.
Bet if we go back through all our episodes, the amount of times you've referenced Chadderton.
Serious?
I swear, you're obsessed with Chadderton.
Do the compilation. Anyway, like, and you take the money out of it, like, are you staying? Are you going to look down the lens and go, I'm happy? Or is it, like you said, a trade-off? So I've got the nannies to help me with the kids and all that shit. I can take them to daycare. I can take them to here, there, and everywhere. I can go meet my girls while the kids are getting babysat by the nannies. I can spend all this money. That's why I'm happy.
Exactly.
So, and you can see it when she's talking about it, and especially that Angie as well, when she's like, I love him. I've been 2 years with him, and then he grabs hold of her and stuff, and he starts talking about potentially, like, down the line might have another wife and stuff, and you can see like her visibly get upset about it and stuff. So you can't be happy in that scenario. You're only happy just because the person's got money.
100%.
And they're going to sort of like take care of you and allow you to live a lifestyle that is basically kind of degrading to you as a not just a woman, a fucking human.
Yeah.
Like just because it's like you are being controlled without him saying that you are.
Yeah.
It's like, you stay here, you look after my kids. I'll go and make the money, and I'll put a roof over it, but I'm going to go fuck whoever I want when I want. Deal?
And the fact that he doesn't even change nappies and do bedtime and stuff as well. To me, that's not you're not being a dad.
And another point in it, that like how masculinity is quite subjective, and what would appear masculine to you might not appear masculine to another person. But I think I said to you the other day when we was briefly talking about it that, like, I feel most masculine when I'm playing with my kids and interacting with them and getting on their level, fucking colouring. Or I think I said to you, the most masculine I've ever felt is when I pulled my daughter out of the water and I was sobbing my heart out, like crying, because I heard the midwife go, "It's a girl," and I tried saying it's a girl and just went, "It's a girl," and I was just ugly crying, mate, like a little fucking pansy. But I had hold of my daughter. I'd never felt more of a man in my life, and to hear him say it and he walked away all smug about it as well, like, "I don't do diapers, I don't do bath time." I'm like, well, you're a twat then.
Exactly.
Like, why would you be a father and not want to sort of have those little interactions with your kids?
It makes me think, look, like, even past all that, when they're not in nappies and all shit like that, like, what kind of dad would someone like that be with like a teenager? Do you know what I mean?
There's fucking $1,000. Oh, love you, daddy.
Yeah, but it's like, what? Why even have kids? Do you know what I mean?
I get the sort of like lane thing that you were saying, and he does that, and she does that, and that can work for some people. And if that's the case, then fair play. And like, I'm not saying it's wrong. That's the point. I'm not saying that it's incorrect. I'm just trying to do what Louis Theroux's doing, and try to get your head around it. Yeah,
because I know, like, I think Asian families still kind of do that. That's their kind of culture. Do you know, where the husband will work maybe 7 days a week, and like the woman stays at home and cooks and raises the children. Like that is just some cultures.
Yeah, but I still think even as far as that goes, like that's cultural. That's different to.
And to be fair, that's fair, because my man's not going out shagging everyone. I think that's the thing that makes it weird.
That's the thing that makes it weird, and that's the thing that makes it a bit degrading and a bit oppressive to the other person. Because I bet if we search fucking the globe, I bet there'd be a man in that situation where the woman's got all the money and all the success, and she goes and fucks with a blokes and he's at home with the kids. I'm sure there's 8 billion people in the world. There's definitely a couple that exists like that, and it's equally. I would equally disagree with it if it was a dude there. In that sort of situation or whatever.
All right, I'm gonna ask you a question here. Yes. Live and direct. So, let's hypothetically, you meet someone in a hypothetical world. It's not real, because I know that you're not available.
I'm available.
So you meet someone and they're, I don't know, a business owner and a multi-millionaire, blah blah blah, and you have kids together, and you obviously, like you said, you've just got your job, which you're not a millionaire in your job, like none of us are, or whatever, unfortunately. They say to you, like, quit your job, stay at home, raise our kids whilst I'm running the business. Would you do that?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I would. Because, like, that she's taking care of business and all that shit, and that's
standing on business.
Standing on business. I'm standing on business. And like, like all the Manosphere heads would be like, that's fucking beta behaviour, mate. And like, maybe it is, but I get to then stay at home every day with my children.
Yeah.
I then get to imprint on them life lessons and especially if there's a daughter involved, because we all know, and I think psychologically speaking, like, fathers have such a bigger impact on their daughters than their actual mums do. I think early on, and then I think it switches the older the girl gets.
Football's claim that by the boy.
I know, but I remember I read about it in some book, and I've seen it on loads of podcasts, stuff like that, but it switches, like the dynamic of the impact of the parents switches, I think, when the girl is like 13, 14.
Okay.
And it's where the term daddy's girl comes like into it. Like, we have such an impact on them from like a self-esteem point of view, from like a sort of like rationale and teaching them logic and all that stuff. And
I was going to say, sorry,
go on.
Daddy's girl. You said, where does daddy's girl come from? Also, where does daddy issues come from?
There you go. Uh-oh. Somebody has some daddy issues.
You don't really hear they've got mummy issues, do you?
No.
Like, you get daddy issues a lot when, I don't know, they've been neglected by the dad, or dad's left them and stuff, and they go for dickhead people.
Yeah.
I seen something the other day saying, like, if you're dating someone and you're up against their ex that's cheated on them, like, you stand no chance or something like that. Because, like, they just go back. Like, I don't know what it is, but they'll just keep going back to a dickhead that treats them like shit. Do you know what I mean?
That's a good point, that, because that Mayron dude, he brings women on and interviews them and stuff like that, and he thinks all women, or most women, want to be like dictated to, told when I'm going to put my dick in your pussy. I'm quoting here, by the way. Like, it's a direct quote.
Is that what it is, isn't it?
Yeah. He goes, I'm the dictator. I'm going to tell you when I'm going to put my dick in your pussy, and then you're going to get me a fucking sandwich, all right?
Is that what it says?
Mate, I've watched it 3 times.
I've missed some of it. I didn't watch it all properly.
Yeah, and that's what it says. And Louis Theroux shows it to him and going, is that really what you think? And I get that most women do want to be led. They do want to be sort of like shown, a confident bloke and stuff like that. And you know what I mean? Like, psychologically speaking, yeah, but they don't want to be fucking told, right, spread them. And then they just sort of like, got to obey and all that.
And then
stuff.
They got to make you a sandwich. Like, to me, that's that's like
a slave.
Yeah, like going back to them horrible days where, like, do you know what I mean? Where you're treating someone like
dirt.
They are your lesser, and like, you can just tell them to do, like, sorry, but I wouldn't want someone like that as a partner, because I think that's, I don't know, not masculine, because like it is hard. Like, for me, I'd want a partner who's ambitious and driven and active and got a personality. Do you know what I mean? Like, someone that matches like my energy. And it's like, if you had someone like that who just crumble, who is weak and pathetic, I don't know.
It wouldn't make me feel good about myself.
I think to be super masculine, you'd want someone like a king and a queen, kind of. Like, you'd want someone by your side who's a fucking female boss. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that you can fucking conquer shit together. I don't know why you'd want to have someone like that. It's weird.
Yeah, I get the balance of, like, the more masculine the man is, the more feminine the women then becomes, and the more harmonious that they are together.
Yeah.
And that's perfect. But that's about balance and respecting one another's sort of idiosyncrasies that they bring to the table.
Yeah.
Like, you can be masculine and still be gentle and soft and kind.
Of course, yeah.
And a woman can be feminine and be like softly spoken and sort of like
also take charge,
but also get shit done.
Yeah.
And fucking invent shit and all that shit, like fucking.
Oh, that went mad, didn't it? About that guy that said women didn't invent anything.
Invented Wi-Fi, Madame Curie. There's fucking, like, there's loads of shit, and I seen a guy showcasing loads of buildings, bridges, everything that have been designed, architected, engineered by women and stuff like that. So, and he's like, it is a fact.
But that goes back to that thing, and this is nicest because this is interconnecting. This goes back to even when we were speaking on the feminism episode about when women will be like, I don't need men, I don't need a man, and it's like, it's that whole unhealthy, I don't need men, and then them being like, women are shit, women can't invent anything, they can't drive. And then it's like, do you know what I mean? And it's like,
you're never going to meet in the middle.
No, exactly. You are never going to meet in the middle, but like we always say, there's some women out there that are fucking well intelligent and like invent stuff, like women that are like PTs that are fucking really strong. Like, do you know what I mean? There's loads. Like, it's just mad. Like, who cares who's invented more shit? Like, who actually cares?
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
true. But I mean, going back to that Myron's audience or whatever, he has something called like the delusion calculator.
Oh,
which
yeah,
which what this is one of the things that I actually agree with.
No, I did as well.
Not the thing as a whole, but if you were to point a gun to my head and say, who dates up, women or men? I would say women.
Oh yeah.
Women date up.
Yeah.
And he says to the girl, what height? 6 foot. How much salary? 300K. I think she wanted him to be Hispanic or
like
mixed race,
whatever.
something like that. And he goes, there you go. He's 0.0221% of the population. Enjoy being single for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And he's fucking right. Like, because when I think I'm going to speak for all men here. I am. I think whenever we're pursuing a partner, whatever she does for a living, whatever her ambitions are or whatever, doesn't come into our head.
No.
Her status, her background, height, doesn't come into our sort of... It's not even in the fucking peripherals, mate. Like, we look at that person as just them and go, I want to get to know that cheeky...
We look at him just like them.
That cheeky little thing. But you can see that the women on that show, and some women, are drawn to the whole status and the wealth and all that shit. And it's like, what is that part of the problem? What if we both just started looking at partners from an individual perspective, not how much they earn or their ambitions in life or whatever, just them as a person? Do you think we'd be a bit more happier?
But why would you? And I could be being stupid here. This is a question. Like, do you know what I mean? Why would you want someone who's 6 foot, 300K, and like dark skinned? I know that's a really stupid question because it's obvious why. But actually, if you ask yourself why, do you know what I mean? Like, why? Is it to show off?
What if he's 5'3" and he's 300K?
Yeah, or what if
they probably go, nah.
Do you know, like, but it's like, what? Why is it status? Is it so you can say, "Oh, my partner's 6 foot and dark skinned and da 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 da"? It's like, surely it's more about, and this is probably the cringiest thing I've ever said, but surely it's more about what's in here,
yeah,
and how you treat that person. And, But I think if you are a person that's looking for them materialistic things, then you probably don't care about what's in there.
And you're probably never going to find love.
Exactly.
As in, like, in its purest form.
In its purest form, because to find love and give love in its purest form is like the fucking scariest thing you can ever do, because it can fucking destroy you as a person.
It can, but that's the risk in it.
Exactly.
And it goes back to the 300K in your wallet or ultra happiness with a stable income and all that, but you're both purely happy.
Yeah.
Who's richer? The woman who's oppressed and has to deal with all the kids, he gets to fuck other women, or a couple who are in a fucking 3-bed house in Chadderton. But they love each other, they respect each other. He's masculine, she's feminine. The kids are fucking great, and they're harmonious. There's love, there's respect. Who is richer?
Them, all day long.
The fucking family in Chadderton.
Yeah.
Than this poor, oppressed woman who's got to sit there at night,
to be fair,
sometimes knowing that her man is probably fucking another woman right now.
He's probably the richest, to be fair, because technically speaking, he's got a shitload of money and he's out clapping cheeks every night.
Depends on your definition of rich, doesn't
it? No, yeah, definitely the family in Chadderton are the richer, because, like you said, you can't buy that.
No
amount of money can buy that.
You can work at it, and when it works properly, it can be unbreakable.
Because there's no way, like you said, when he's out doing whatever he's doing and blah 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 blah, no way she's at home thinking like, I'd much rather have a family where the dad is here, and do you know what I mean? Like, surely that's what you'd rather.
Of course.
Rather than knowing your man's out, fucking doing what he's doing, but he's earning a shitload of money. Mental.
Yeah. Another thing I wanted to speak about was the positive messages that you took from the Manosphere doc.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know whether I took many positives from it. Like I said, I've not watched it as in depth
intensely
as you have, but I think as a whole, I don't really agree with any of it. To be honest, I don't think you have to be a type of way to be masculine. I don't think you have to degrade people. I don't think you have to just do all that horrible shit. And it feels to me very like 1960s. Like they've gone back in time.
Yeah.
And they're like fucking cavemen.
Before like the suffragettes and all that.
They're like fucking apes. Like, do you know what I mean? And they're just like, oh, have sex, money, eat. Like, and it's like, so I think society has progressed so much over the years. Like, and it's becoming such a better place in terms of like people can identify as what they want. People, like, do you know what I mean? People, like, you hear so many stories about people coming out like in the 50s and 60s and stuff because he was petrified to do it 30, 40 years ago because they get disowned and shit.
Yeah.
So it's a better place in that sense. Like, it's still obviously not there yet, like, because we can't fully relate because we don't know what people go through day to day who are in them positions.
No, we don't.
I just think, like, I'd much rather live in this space now than what them idiots are trying to, like, do. Because essentially they're just revolving their lives around money, sex, and
fame,
clout, as I'd say.
Clout, yeah.
And also just mugging people off. And yeah, I just don't agree with any of it, to be honest. I just think I get why they're doing it because it's an easy way to make money for them.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah, it's a sort of like don't hate the player, hate the game type thing, maybe.
And it's similar to like what these OnlyFans creators are doing because they know themselves like what they are and what they're doing, and and they're making a shitload of money from it. So it's like, like you're doing something that's probably frowned upon, that you probably don't agree with yourself. You probably might regret in a few years, but it's high risk, high reward because they get into a big fucking houses and buy the mums a house and secure financial stability for the kids and stuff like that. So again, I get why people do it, but
but then it goes back to would you rather come up the hard way or come up in a world where you have to portray a character, do dishonest things and all that shit, and then still reap the benefits.
Definitely, because even you might remember this name, you might not. Which porn star from early, I'd say like, why am I trying to put a timestamp on it? But anyway, I'd say like I'm trying to think like probably like uni years, so like 2016-ish. She's called Lana Rhodes. She was a killer in the game.
Killer.
Unreal. But basically, she grossed to like #1 on Pornhub and all stuff like that. This is before OnlyFans, when it was all like your porn broadcasting accounts like Brazzers and stuff like that, where they take a massive cut and they'd own the rights and blah blah blah, and porn stars weren't making that much money. And I know this through documentaries and stuff. You don't go on Pornhub and watch information about fucking this. Like,
well, the amount you were on it, you're going to pick up some information.
Go on Pornhub to fucking strangle the swan neck, mate. Like, do you know what I mean? I've seen this in documentaries, but anyway, she made an absolute mint of it. She's wedged, and she now doesn't do it. Like, she come out of the game, and she apparently says that she wants all the content taken down.
Yeah,
but it's impossible.
Yeah, it's in the ether.
It's impossible though, because it's on loads of websites. You cannot get them taken down. And she says that she regrets doing it all. I'm like, but if you didn't do that, you wouldn't be where you are today.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? Because it's going proper into it here, but even before she started doing it, she was like flat chest, flat ass, and then she got BBL, she got fake tits, and do you know what I mean? And it's like, and then that made you more successful because more men was obviously watching your content, and then it's like, yeah, it's just, you can't, I don't know. If you take all that back and she doesn't do that, I'm not saying she wouldn't have amounted to what she is now, but there's a very small chance she would be like a millionaire and shit, because she got to that level from doing big willies. Do you know what I mean? On camera.
Big willies.
So yeah, I think to answer your question, yeah, like I don't know whether I did think anything positively of it.
I did. I got some good positive stuff from it.
Yeah, I know that. Obviously, you've mentioned and is he called Andrew Tate, and he's kind of like the goat in that space.
In this sphere, yeah.
But he weren't in the documentary, was he? Because he really hard to get hold of.
There's a few clips of him or something, weren't there?
Yeah, but go on then, you share with us.
But yeah, the sort of like message about discipline and about wanting to like provide and stuff for like your family. I think that's pretty good, pretty stern message across the board.
Yeah.
And then I think it was an interview with Piers Morgan that Andrew Tate did, and he was asking about like who do you love more than yourself? You know, like to try and like insinuate that he's like self-centered and all that.
Yeah.
And he answered it brilliantly. He said, "I love everybody more than myself." He said, "I am the last person on my list. I make sure that my kids are taken care of, my the mothers of my children." I think he's got multiple kids with multiple women.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that, but I think that's the case. But none of them have to work. None of them have to lift a finger. And he said, "I take all that on so that I can give the mothers of my children and my children like the best life possible." So to answer your question, I love everybody far more than myself.
Yeah.
And then I think he talks about, I think Piers then asks him about like how are you saying that your woman has to look a certain way? And he said, well, is it going to be a bad thing if my wife or partner or whatever goes to the gym, looks after herself mentally, looks after herself, looks in the mirror and likes what she sees? That'll make her more confident because she thinks she's more attractive. That'll only bode well for her.
Yeah.
So am I saying that she has to be a certain petite like size? He said no. He was like, but do I want to go and look after herself so that she can be the best version of herself possible? What man wouldn't want that for his partner? And he proper answered it like really, really well. And a lot of that stuff I don't think is like shipped out to the fucking viral sphere.
No, but that goes back to what we said before.
Because it's a good positive thing that he said.
That's not going to get clicks. So they share the shit stuff that he says. So to mention the documentary that he said then, I don't know a lot about Andrew Tate, to be honest. I don't really follow him or listen to a lot of his stuff, but I'm sure I've seen a clip, and again, a negative clip, because that's what shows in the algorithm. And it was years ago, but I'm sure he said something about marriage, and when you get married, the dad gives the daughter away, and then you then own the daughter, own the daughter, blah, blah, blah. And then I think it might have been Piers as well. I'm sure he flipped it and he said, so how would you feel if that was your daughter or something like that, or your sister? And I can't remember whether he answered it differently. I can't remember, but it's one of them, and it's like, it's fine when it's someone else, but when you think of it from your own perspective, because I don't agree with that. I don't think if someone marries my daughter, I'm giving my daughter away and they own my daughter.
No, I don't. I think owning's
but my daughter owns herself.
Like, yeah. But no, I can't remember how he answered that particular question. But he's also, and all these people in this sphere are fucking marketing geniuses.
Yeah, true.
Because he'll say something that he knows it'll probably be misogynistic in tone, or it'll be like, you know, go get back in the fucking kitchen, you know, where you belong and all that shit. Because he knows it's gonna get views, it's gonna get shared. Ergo, more attention on him, more money that is coming to him. So I'm not saying that all the sort of like shit stuff that he says isn't real, because I'm sure some of it is.
Yeah.
But a lot of it that people will say, oh, you can't like Andrew Tate because he says that, and that. And it's like, well, how do you know that that's real?
Yeah.
But I think how you determine what's like real and what's like false and all that shit is if it makes you go, fucking hell, you can't say that. I think that's real. Sorry. I think that's fake. I mean, that's plotted. But then when you hear him say something about that men should be disciplined, they should be in control of their emotions. It says that men who aren't in control of their emotions are dangerous. It was like men should be like providers. They should be protectors and all that stuff. And that's a good positive message to send out to people. Like that Justin Waller, who was like, put me in any city in America and I'll be hanging steel in 6 weeks. Do you know what I mean? Like, because he was like, if you take all the money away, could you get it back? And he was like, fuck yeah. And then he meets those two lads in the tea place, and they're saying like, thank you, you're a role model and all that stuff. And he was like, I'm telling men that they're not born with value, which is another thing that I agree with. I don't think men are born with value, and I think we have to earn it. I think we have to grind for it and sacrifice and take all the shit that comes with it.
Yeah.
And his point is that if you're a 9 out of 10 looks woman-wise, and a fucking billionaire's walking on the beach and all that, just fucking skirting about, and goes, she's fit, do you want to come to Miami? Or do you want to come to a private jet and go Vegas? They're going to go, fuck yeah. Do you know what I mean? They can get a win in life purely just based on that. From being attractive. And that's never going to happen to any single man.
Yeah.
Therefore, their value is their beauty. Our value has to be earned. And I agree.
Is that because of how society is, though, and has been for years? And like you said, it goes back from that working man, women staying at home, and man wanting to shag woman. And I don't know why I'm saying it in caveman.
Man wants shag woman.
But is that why that is? Because, yeah, it is mad. Crazy. More notes.
I'm just looking at my notes now. Is there anything else that stuck out?
I think we've covered most of it, to be fair.
We've covered most of it.
Fucking covered most of it, yeah.
Well, we fucking have. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Got her under the high.
I hope our mics pick that shit up. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this. This has been really like pretty cool one to unpack, to be fair.
Yeah.
Really topical. This will be going out pretty quick as well. From this boy here.
From the boy.
But no, if you'd like what we were discussing, or if you want to sort of like, not challenges, but like put your 2 pence piece in and be like, I think this, boys, or I think you were wrong on this point, then like fire it over, man. Like 100%. I don't think we're not saying what we're not thinking what we're saying is a complete gospel. Like, this is just our opinion. This is just an honest conversation about what we've seen in this doc. So if you're like, I think this point that you said was wrong because of this, educate us, man. That's what we're here for.
Definitely. And I think the reason we wanted to speak about this particular doc is because it is just quite on the nose for us, isn't it?
It's on the nose, yeah, and it's bridging that gap between like what is deemed masculinity from one side, and then what I think the vast majority of people would consider masculine.
Yeah.
Because I think that a lot of this, like, women are drawn to like chaos, and you know, like whether like, oh, I don't want a nice guy, or I want a nice guy, and then they turn out bored. It's like, I think some inner work needs to be done for that individual if you like that carousel of chaos. But I think if you put 50 women in a room and said, would you rather this guy who's going to treat you like shit, or and be a constant drama or whatever, or this lad who's got a stable job, goes out for a few beers, puts a few horse racing bets on, not going to cheat on you.
Describing yourself, or lad?
Not going to cheat on you. And he's going to be like absolutely peace priority over. He prioritises peace over everything. I bet they'd pick the other dude, not this fucking carousel of chaos guy. But the ones who would, fair play. But that's going to be a horrific fucking life.
Yeah, a lot of people do though, don't they? A lot of women do search for that drama and want someone who's going to treat them like shit because they find it boring when someone's safe. And do you know what I mean? The nice guy or whatever. In fact, some women do find it boring.
Some women do find it boring.
And they do want someone to be a bit of a dick and to, I don't know, let them down, I guess, and be a shit dad and all that kind of stuff. Whereas I guess it's just, to me, I'd never get bored of that. Do you know, of someone being an amazing mum,
being consistent,
and showing me love, like,
showing up.
Yeah, like I'm proper old school, mate. And like that'd just be enough for me.
Really quick, just reminded me of some, you know, that Tony Robbins guy who I keep going about. He's fucking awesome. I fucking love Tony Robbins. A guy got up and at one of his seminars and said, I was with this woman for 18 years. I think I put it on the story the other day. And I thought I loved her to bits. I thought I wanted to unlock her, but I could never do it. I could never like make her happy. And then he was like, now I'm in a new relationship, and all they have to do is send her a smiley face on the end of a text or a kiss at the end of a text, and you can see the guy getting visibly.
He changes, doesn't he, when he starts speaking about the other person?
His demeanour changes, and then that Tony Robbins spots it and goes, "Look at that, ladies. Look at that." And he was like, what does she do when you send her a kiss or whatever, or you do something while she's there? He went, she just fucking lights up. She lights up. And then that Tony Robbins goes, what do you think that wants to make him do, ladies? More or less? And everyone shouts more. So it's like, that proves just how sort of simple it is to make a dude happy, to just like light up when he does something like kind for you, even if it's so slight like that.
Yeah,
like it's really easy, and
just to show the appreciation in it. Like men love that. Men love to feel not important, but
needed.
Needed. Like I used to always try and do nice stuff in my last relationship. Do you know, like when I don't know, doing the nursery drop off and then like go out your way to your partner's favourite coffee shop, get her a coffee, and be like, here you go. Do you know what I mean? And then if it ever got brought up or whatever in an argument or whatever, like, you don't do anything for me, and you go, well, I do that all the time, and I do this, and they go, well, you should do that anyway because that's what boyfriends do. And it's like, it makes you not want to do it anymore, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Because it's not what boyfriends do; it's what nice people do. Do you know what I mean? And when you start taking shit like that for gospel, it loses its value.
It does. You're absolutely bang on. But I just thought that was like a prevalent point of like, women hold a lot of power when it comes to their own man, because their voice, their tone, how they say things in a certain way, it can alter it can shift our mood from fucking unreal to questioning, oh fuck, I've done something wrong or whatever. But it's like, I think all we want is to be like needed and appreciated and respected and all that stuff, and you will get a happy bloke by doing that.
100%. Good place to end.
It is a great place to end.
Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure. Love you loads. Peace!
Gay. Oh.